I think Phil Spencer needs to do something pretty much ASAP. There's a lot of Xbox fanboys out there just with time to waste. Obviously the lack of big exclusives and things like that probably wreaking havoc with a lot of these people who just seem to have too much time on their hand on social media. But who would have ever thought that somebody who is actually part of gaming media would be at the forefront of like the tinfoil hat brigade? I mean, seriously, this is like egging on beyond what should be normal. You know what I mean? Like, to me personally, I find it to be very interesting. At the same time, I also find it to be, a weird situation where, fans are just so much to the point where they believe that only Xbox can have something like RDNA2. They believe that so much, and that's so important to them that they want to attack people online. I don't understand it. I got to be completely honest, I don't understand it. I think it's a very strange situation. I think that it's something that we probably will continue to see. I mean, listen, I get that there's jerks on all sides of this whole console war thing, but I think that if you're in a position of, being a journalist or a part of a major site, like, why would you stir the pot like this and get people like attacking someone like Lisa Su from AMD? I just don't understand it. Maybe I'm crazy, I mean, like, I'm all for good fun and games and having fun with console wars, but like, honestly, attacking somebody and calling them a liar, who's the head and CEO of AMD, I'll never understand that. Let's get into it though. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. I really, really do appreciate it. You guys are great. Thank you for rocking out with me and continuing to be amazing and awesome and things like that. So thank you guys very much. With that being said, I kind of wanted to talk about this because I felt like it was something very, very fun, and not in a good way. Just like holy crap, I'm reading this and I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening. So if you guys are like in kind of la la land, don't understand what's going on, well, this is basically what happened over the weekend, or it might have been Monday. AMD did a presentation, and they mentioned, their FidelityFX, which is coming to, Xbox and PlayStation 5. And I covered that in a video yesterday. Basically, what they're doing is it allows you to upscale and have a picture that looks as good as in like native 4K, even though it could be 1080p, 1440p, or whatever. I'm sure you guys have heard about this. I've talked about it. Other people have talked about it. Some YouTubers, I think even Cold Eastwood has mentioned that he said it wasn't possible at one particular point on PS5, but him being wrong again is really pretty much par for the course. Again, of course it's going to come to PlayStation 5. It's June 22nd now. It's coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox. It's going to be easier for developers. They're going to be able to develop for this stuff, and we're going to be less reliant on native 4K and things like that, and it's going to free up these consoles to do much more in the future. Now, with that being said, Lisa Su multiple times has mentioned that the PlayStation 5 is RDNA2. Now, we could get into this whole argument about custom and this and that, and how Microsoft said they're the only one to use full RDNA2, despite the fact that they're not using Infinity Cache, which is actually part of RDNA2. So both of these are basically custom, right? It's like a pissing contest, okay? So the funny thing is, you have Brad Sams, who is from, Thurrott.com and does his own thing or whatever. He's made his rounds on the fanboy circuits as well. And he says, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I don't trust Lisa Su. I think she's lying by saying that PS5 uses RDNA2. I can confirm that Xbox Series X is the only console to use this technology. Okay, so this is some kind of, he's a journalist, quote, insider and all this kind of stuff. But yet the picture clearly says RDNA2 with PS5. If you look at what Lisa Su has said in the past, we can even check that out and see what she said. And she says, quite frankly, that she's happy. Look, even when we saw the PlayStation 5 running with the real-time Epic Games Unreal Engine 5 demo. She says, gorgeous new content running on PlayStation 5. Love seeing Radeon RDNA2 in action. Great new demo from Epic Games. So she mentions it then there. Also, by the way, she's the CEO of AMD. You don't think the CEO knows what's going on, right? Like, seriously, let's have a little bit more respect for this woman. I don't understand basically calling this woman a liar. She has people that she answers to, I'm sure stockholders, shareholders, whoever. She's not going to just go out there and lie about this stuff, okay? We've seen this multiple times. It's in the RDNA family. Everybody was so like, oh, it's 1.5, it's this, it's that. Like, damn. Look, we can even go back to this. Sony didn't simply incorporate AMD RDNA2 GPU into PS5. It helped build it. Again, Sony did something custom, and people want to act like maybe that makes it less than something else because the consoles have always had customizations to them. So we all knew that Sony's PlayStation 5 would house AMD hardware. There was a good chance, along with Xbox Series X, that PS5 would include an RDNA2 GPU. And Sony's deep dive lead system architect Mark Cerny confirmed that it will utilize the yet unreleased architecture, but that the GPU won't simply be a PC part. That's all that they're saying. They're not saying, I don't understand how this bothers people, right? Like, listen, who cares if the PlayStation 5 is RDNA 2? Who cares? Like, honestly, is that where you measure your enjoyment of an Xbox as an Xbox fan? Like, honestly, who the hell cares? Honestly, I get why some of these, pro Xbox YouTubers rely so heavily on this stuff because there's not really the games to focus on right now. So you got to focus on something else. And, this is Xbox. Only Xbox can do this, right? Well, Xbox isn't the only one doing it. FidelityFX is on PlayStation 5 as well. RDNA2 is on PlayStation 5 as well. I think we have to face facts at some point that a lot of these people, for years leading up to the release of these consoles, have been flat out wrong. Let's just keep it honest, okay? People were claiming that the PlayStation 5 was RDNA 1, only 12 gigs of memory. That basically it was a 9 teraflop machine. Well, the funny thing is, if it really was a 9 teraflop machine, then it's really beasting, because this thing is not only keeping up with the Xbox Series X at 12 T-flops, but it's oftentimes outperforming the Xbox Series X at 12 T-flops. So what a great job. What's that say about Xbox, and what's that say about PlayStation, right? Everybody wants to talk about variable this and variable that, but the fact of the matter is these consoles are so close in what they are, and people just don't want to admit it, because if the minute that you admit it, the second that you admit it, guess what? Then it comes down to something else to compare it to, and if you compare games, there's not going to be anything there for Xbox fans, because they have nothing right now. Okay, you're still probably years away. I mean, if you look at what's going on, it looks like Halo Infinite might not even make E3. We might not even see the campaign again at E3. They might just focus on the multiplayer. We've heard that even there's rumors that it could be delayed, that possibly Joseph Staten wants it delayed. Again, this is something that I think a lot of people are just kind of, worried about or whatever. Look, if it comes down to it, I think that it's really absolutely one of those situations where people, they can't compare the games because there's nothing to compare. Yet at the same time, when we're looking at the hardware itself, you don't have to be a genius to look at the AMD site and see that what it is. I mean, it has it. You know what I mean? It's just a funny thing that, Microsoft, they're very quick with words. Oh, we're full this, we're full that. And it's been proven multiple times that they aren't exactly full it either. It isn't the same thing as, PC parts off the shelf or whatever. It's just not. So I just found that to be incredibly funny. Everybody's kind of talking out their behinds with this stuff. If they're both that, then great. They're both that. That's all I'm saying. Let it go. Let it go. What the hell? Why are people attacking this woman because she's telling people what's inside the PlayStation 5. How the hell does what's inside the PlayStation 5 change what you're doing or what you're enjoying out of the Xbox? Please, someone fill me in. I have no idea. This is crazy. This is crazy. I'll link all of this stuff. Look for it down below. Thanks for watching. Crapgamer out.